Let's do some disposals. Obviously, my one is going to be the big Barley fan himself, Jordan de Goey. Oh, geez. Awesome against GWS last week with the 34. We've talked about this a little bit already this week. Big game performer. He's kicked 4 goals across his past 5 finals. And he's gone for 24 plus disposals in each of them. Well, in 3 of the 4 as well, right? Ooh. So to have a chance, I think the Pies, de Goey needs to have a big one. And this is going to show up again in the Norm Smith talk.
Yeah, it is.
If he goes big...
going to show up in the article as well.
Absolutely.
If he goes big, he can go real big. 23.5. So, as I said, the 24 plus touches.
I love his over-under, yeah.
His over is 23.5. Thank you very much for that.
He had 34 last week.
And the 2 plus goals, so if you want to combine those, it's $5.50 because I don't mind him getting around a few goals. We talked about him as well. He's got 20 in 10 games against the Lions in his career. $1.82 just for 25 plus. It's pretty good value for a dude who... had 34 last week, but...
Can throw the odd stinker in there.
He can actually... This is why I think talking about this and researching that article, his role has changed pretty dramatically, right, over the years as well. Like, forward sort of goal sneaky kind of dude.
He's lifted his fitness.
Gone in the middle.
I mean, he stopped drinking booze and gone to bar.
Yeah, that's what I said in my article, actually.
And now he's just like big-bodied midfield gun, and it's awesome. Doesn't mind getting a few touches. $1.82.
You can get $1.94 on TopSport.
For 25?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'll be all over that.
Which is surprisingly a lot higher,
And I think the weird one is you can bump that little same gamer that I had at 550 of 23 and a half disposals. If you just have that at 25 plus, bumps it all the way up to 650 out of nowhere. So I think that was with lads. The other one's obviously Nick Daicos for Collingwood, right? Daicos the younger of the Daicos, the younger son of the Macedonian marvel, came back from his 6-game injury, a layoff. He had 28 disposals, quiet 28. We know that.
It was a weirdly quiet 28 before he.
Yeah, it felt weird that I said that in an article. I'm like, he had a quiet game, 28 disposals to knock off his ring rust.
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
he's just that
feels wrong.
But he'd be better for just getting out there and running around and playing out the game.
Because he felt weirdly protected playing on that half flank. It's like, all right, Nick, it's grand final time. Yeah. You're going in the midfield south.
100%.
If you get injured, it's a grand final.
He averaged 31 a game this year.
Yeah, not bad.
I think he'll be right there again.
He had 38 and 2 and got 1 vote against him.
Yeah.
Rigged. I'm basically Murtar over here, but just Murtar being Sergeant, of course, from Lethal Weapon. Catch up, stats guy.
Stats guy. No idea.
I have seen it. I can't remember that.
I'm too old for
but
this.
It's that for the Brownlow. Daicos, though, look, loves playing against Brisbane, averages 33 against them as well. He's gone for 38 in the last game, which is just psychotic.
Yeah.
He's managed a goal in 57% of his games as well this year. So the over 29.5 touches for him.
Yeah.
In my article, #spoiler alert, 25 and a goal for Daicos is like one of the very, very best bets I think I can come up with.
Yep.
But even just for the straight disposals, over 29.5, $1.87 with Bet365. Let's go. Lucky Neale, 33, 22 and 31 in his last 3 against the Pies, obviously.
Yep.
That's a lot. 24, average is 24 at the G. Just go 25 for Lucky Neale, I think, and you'll be okay. It's only going to get around that sort of $1.60, $1.70, well, $1.50.
60,
so
I think it was, yeah.
What can you do?
It's good for a multi.
I want to sort of bank that in because the tricky part for Neale is that he can have that random game where they can win, but he has like 24, and you're like,
literally last week.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because Dunkley could randomly get 25, 30.
Well, McCluggage
Bailey.
averages 22 against the Pies. 20 and a goal for him is $3.07. I worry, I think you and I have talked about McCluggage a fair amount. Yeah. I worry about having him set at like a 25, even though this season he ripped off 25s with like glorious aplomb.
Yeah,
I just want to go to 20.
As said in the Norm Smith preview I'm currently writing, if you knew McCluggage was going to be at his best, you would rush to your nearest betting app and responsibly have a large bet. Unfortunately, he is really inconsistent.
Yeah, he is. He's
so
50-50, I reckon, yeah.
So, Luke, to be honest, like McCluggage, 15, 26, 21, 20, 28,
so
22, 28, 26.
He
22.
averages just shy of 23 touches a game in finals compared to like 20 and a half in the regular season. Yeah. So he's lifted in finals.
Okay.
And then had a bit of a quiet one last week anyway.
But after
which was frustrating.
Port, that he's going to bounce back.
Nice.
What's that guy said?
Alex, your disposal picks.
Yeah, looking a bit off Broadway here because I know obviously there's the same
big
couple of
names that I
guys
just
we're going to
talked
talk about. Yeah, so Darcy Moore, 15 plus the captain. A lot of rebound running here. He averages just on 16 touches a game this season. He's $1.60 to hit that 15 plus, but he averages like 7 marks a game as well and is in the top 3 in the AFL for intercept marks. So happy to have him there. Same goes for Isaac Quaynor. His over-under is 16.5. Want to take that over. He's hit the over in his last 3 games. He was awesome last Friday, just running out of defense. Look for the same again. It's like Darcy Moore-Marks, handball off to Quaynor. They roll forward. And then what you said about Jordan Goey, the over 23.5. I love that over. I was like, I didn't want to take a 30 or a 25, but to see that over 23.5, just like feels a little bit.
Nailing 24 on the head is just like, I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah, you are. For the Brisbane Lions, Kitty Coleman, last week he ripped Carlton to shreds with awesome, 21 possessions. He had 21 last time he played Collingwood as well. Averages 18 possessions a game at the G, but throughout the season, since he's come back from injury and came into the team and taken over from Daniel Rich, he's just grown and grown and grown. So he could get way better again this weekend. Just take the 20 plus. It was about $2 on 365. Josh Dunkley, 25 plus $1.87. He averages 24.4 this season. He's got 5 clearances a game as well thrown in, and he averages like 24.9 at the MCG. So screw it.
If he's
25.
even half decent, they win. I feel.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a very good
biggest
player.
barometer for that.
So he
team.
has
I agree.
Of anyone in this game, like the most tackles by so far. It isn't funny. It's just like Jordan Goey is going to get the ball. He's going to get smashed by Josh Dunkley. Same goes for Daicos.
I don't know if he's big enough to smash Josh Dunkley.
Yeah,
Jordan Goey.
I mean, he's like the number 1 ranked player for tackles in the game.
We'll see.
And then Tom Mitchell thrown in there as well. You can talk about him as well because I had him for 30 plus as well, but you can go on about that because it's your big one you've been talking about all week.
I've been talking about it all week, so I might as well chuck it in again. Tom Mitchell, 30 plus, $4.50. Yep. It's dropped to $2.80 on a lot of sites.
Really?
But on Bet365, it's still $4.50, so jump on that while you can. Averages 33 against the Lions. Obviously, a lot of those were in his Brownlow years or around that sort of prime sort of mark. He did drop off at the start of the season, was coming off the bench and even got subbed a couple of times, so I'm praying for some crazy reason he gets subbed. I don't think he will. He's been in really good form. He had 31 against the Lions just a month ago, so I really like this at $4.50, 30 plus. He had multiple 30 plus disposal games where he gets 26 handballs. I reckon it could be a little bit contested, just going to get those quick handballs, so rack up the 30 plus. Then a bit more of a random one that I chucked in my article on codebet.com.au. Joe Danaher, 15 plus, $1.87. I really like for a bit of a multi-edition.
You've been big on this all year.
Yeah, he's got a lot of games with 15 plus, so everyone just concentrates on his goals, but he can get a bit of value because he pushes up the ground. He's one of those really fit forwards, runs up along the wing, sets up their attack a lot of the time. He averages 15 disposals against Collingwood, had a 20 disposal game against them earlier in the year. Now, you don't really think about Joey for touches, but he gets pretty good value there.
Who would have thought a Birmingham left footer taking marks up the ground at the MCG?
Exactly,
work?
yes.
Nice. I love Joey D. Cutting rugs down there at the curtain.
Yeah, I think they got enough guys that can sit deep. Like even Rayner can sit deep, so they'll push him up the ground when they need a bit of ball. So
I appreciate that he's a weird unit. He literally lives in New South Wales and doesn't have a TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, have you been there?
No.
Hanging out at Joey D's place. Righto.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.